Alright. Moving right along with the series I want to make for posterity's sake. Heritage series. Look at those smokers. We already covered those. Now, looking at the very top of my collection, my top shelf, way I organize them, I just got done making a video of some of the bins here across the front, which were the small ones. And I want to get onto some of these bins. Some people asked if they could see the rhyolite stuff and the points. And the reason why I keep these up here on top shelf, hopefully I'll get through those, and just go right ahead into it. Because on the top here that I haven't got close up, there's some stuff. I mean, I did display. I mean, check this out. If I could just go slow, that I want to get to. Now, top shelf stuff is top shelf stuff. All of it is smoking, in my opinion. The reason why I keep it here. And I see more people coming by, Indian trace and what have you. I'm just going to try to give the rhyme and reason of it all for everybody, of how I divide my materials and stuff. I don't go by time periods. I go by my love for materials and my love for certain points. The lighting out here is just perfect. Look at what this natural light does. Look at the variation of this material. This is sort of a variated material bin right here. Look at this from the archaic. Are you kidding me? Whew. It's like I had never even seen them when I see them in good natural light. It's just the best for looking at natural rock and what have you. Great point right there. Here's another point that I just love. One of my first points that I found when I started collecting. It's just a bonus. Really got me going and fired up almost 2 years ago. 3 years ago I was collecting, but it really wasn't intelligent. I wasn't sure about my areas. I really didn't know what to expect. But this bin here, anywhere you grab in here, is good stuff. It's just, as I said, it's just variated material, and it carries its own quality with it, you know. Just great pieces, in my opinion, for lots of different reasons. I love it. Anyway, let me move right on to some of the other rhyolite notch points that some people asked to check out. But that's a great bin right there. I love it. Variated material, I guess you'd call it, or variegated. All smokers. Nice. And if the bin right next to it is a bunch of notch points that are just screamers. Of course, this is a Marl Mountain I found recently. I just found a good place there. It was big, and it just was just a sweet piece. So I left that there. But in here is some stuff that I have always loved. So I put it on the top shelf. Just rhyolite all day long. Notch points. And somebody said, I can't remember who it was, I'd like to see some of the rhyolite notch points. Well, any one you grab in here are just really great stuff. The patina is greenish blue, but I have come to know that the rhyolite is a dark, nice green flint kind of color when it's napped. Isn't that cool to think about? I mean, seriously, it's a dark green, almost army green type of flint. It's really cool. And this is actually all the patina you're seeing, which is the greenish blue stuff. Anyway, I have a bunch of varying materials in here. Look at how many points. I mean, there must be 10. This came from Notchville. What a great base on this. I remember walking up on that piece. Some really great stuff in here, just by the way, notch points and in rhyolite for the most part, just putting rhyolite in there. And since there's so much rhyolite around here, just drop them right back in there and show you the next bin, which is just, I guess, unique rhyolite stuff. What do I mean by unique? Well, I've never found anything close to this for a point. Look at that. Unique. So in this bin I keep some unique stuff. Unique in the sense that I've never found anything like it. Again, I want to give context to this series, and someday my family will come along these videos to be able to make sense of this collection. And maybe more so of a collection if I have to go to 2 boxes or what have you, just for posterity in the future, just for heritage. So my sons or family, because they wouldn't know now, and they certainly wouldn't know if they just assumed. But only if I explain what this stuff is and they see me handling it, maybe then it will become more precious for them, and they won't just sell it off. We hate to just say that, but you know how it works in the world and with family. You just never know. And if you don't tell people, I don't think they're going to know how important something is to you or how precious it was. In terms of value, I think most of it's priceless. Uh, the posterity of it is just too large, it's too deep. Look at this point right here. Just a great piece in rhyolite. This bin is awesome, and let me show you it. This bin holds a bunch of smaller Guilford varieties, because they make Guilfords in North Carolina, that's for sure. From Smoking Guilford Yumas, which I found right across the street from me, which was really cool. Just reaching in here, the Archaic put out another Guilford in this. I remember the day I found it. I usually remember exactly where I found every point. It just so happens in my mind. Like, I can just reach in this bin, it has like 15 smokers, and know that I found this at Saponi. Nice Guilford Yuma again. Just turned out that way. This is sort of a Guilford straight base. But look at this. You can tell exactly where they hafted in. It is worked. Look at this. Flat on that side. Just a balanced sweet point, so it made it into the display stuff. And then there's some chunkier, nice pieces, worked all the way around. These represent eons of time. Really cool stuff. This one I just liked. I mean, it looks a little rough, but that's what I mean. For these being my top shelf stuff, there's a reason why they, found a place in my heart to get into this. This is not broken. It's actually patinaed and worked off there in some ways off the bottom. It's just sanded. It seems like it's ground, but it's pretty much ready for them to haft on the bottom. And either it was broken really early and they just used it because that's all smooth. But that point produced off the Archaic just a great, ready to go specimen. And it just found a place in my heart. I said that's a keeper for sure. Anyway, that will show, and that's a lot of points right there just to be able to show off a little bit and show you how to make sense of this. Smaller Guilfords. Now I have a bin with bigger Guilfords and more traditional Guilfords. Unique pieces right there. Some great notch points in rhyolite. Full. Variated or variegated stuff. I don't know which is the best word. But to me, it's just worthwhile to get this stuff down and put it away. Man, I like this point too. I like them all, right? All right, everybody. Appreciate you tuning in to Indian Trace. I hope just getting a close-up and sort of an up-close and personal in my collection is a blessing. Hope you guys find out there.